Hey y'all, welcome to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be cleaning and organizing my refrigerator and freezer, and also just giving you guys like a little tour during quarantine just to show you what's in there. Really, the plan was to do the tour, but once I was in there, I figured I might as well go ahead and clean as well. So that's what we're going to do today. So to get started, I had these cucumbers in the fridge and they were about to go bad, so I decided to turn them into pickles. I already had the pickle brine in there because I had bought some dill pickles, so all I had to do was cut them into the desired shape and then stick them into the jars to make my own pickles. The ones that were left over, I just stuck them into a container so that we could snack on them throughout the day, and that was that. Recently, I've been taking more precaution when it comes to cleaning my produce. So when I get home from the grocery store, I will take this big bowl and fill it with soapy water, and then that's how I wash my produce. I've been doing this with apples, strawberries, grapes, tomatoes, bananas, pretty much everything that I bring home from the grocery store these days. It's so funny because there ends up being so much dirt at the bottom of this bowl, and I think that from now on I'm going to do it this way because it just removes so much dirt, and I feel a lot better about putting this stuff in the refrigerator once I know it's truly clean. So here I'm just soaking some Granny Smith apples as well as some Honeycrisp apples in this soapy water, and then I just rinse them off and put them on a paper towel lined surface to dry. And I'll do this before I pop them into the refrigerator so that when the kids go to eat something, I don't have to worry about it not being clean. So yeah, I definitely think I'm going to continue to do it this way from now on because like I said, there's just so much dirt that accumulates at the bottom of this bowl, and I just feel like what I was doing before, just rinsing it with plain water, wasn't really working because maybe I didn't see the dirt going down the drain, I don't know, but definitely going to continue to do it this way from now on. So while I'm waiting for the apples to dry, I'm moving on to the freezer, and in these two little cubbies, I put like single servings of things. Wegmans breakfast patties. These are trash. Don't even worry about buying these. They're gross. These are chickpea egg patties. These are Morningstar Farm breakfast sausages. Down here, I have some cilantro that I just chopped up and put in a bag to freeze. Hot dog buns that I froze so they wouldn't go bad. I have some soy chorizo and 1 block of tofu. Down here, I have all of my frozen veggies or whatever will fit. So I got some corn, some peppers, some green beans, some corn on the cob, some okra, cauliflower, some sweet potatoes,
what are you doing?
Making a video. Some broccoli cuts.
I want broccoli.
Spinach. Some more corn on the cob that is clearly expired.
No! I want to help you.
More green beans. So I didn't start cleaning until I got to the first shelf in the freezer because originally my intention was not to clean it. It was to just like give you guys a tour. But once I watched this footage back, I was like, oh, I should have cleaned that drawer. So I do need to go back and clean that drawer. And I probably need to do the same thing with the fruit drawer. But yeah, so that's what happened. And this drawer is where I keep all the frozen fruits. So we have some strawberries that are almost gone. Whenever my bananas get ripe, I put them in this bag and freeze them for smoothies. Got some blueberries, more strawberries. Y'all, she would not stop asking for strawberries. So I tried my best to like cut out as much of it as I could, but I couldn't cut all of her talking out. So mom life. Some frozen peaches. Some more blueberries that I think should probably go in the trash because they look freezer burned and they're super old. And some more strawberries that I'm gonna toss too.
Blueberry!
Corey, please. You wanna watch a show?
I want to watch show.
Okay, stop whining. Here's what's on this shelf. I have half a pack of Beyond Meat ground. I have some pinto beans that I froze. Clearly need to wipe this shelf off. It's been forever since I cleaned it. Got some veggie egg rolls. I have a pack of, okay. I have a pack of Impossible ground beef. I have, these are some ribs from the Herbivores Butcher, whatever it's called. You can find them on Instagram, and I believe they have a website as well. Well, I'm sure they do. They have a website. My mom actually gave me these, but this is like some little ribs. They're shrink wrapped, so they should be okay. This is a really old pie crust that I'm going to throw away. And this is some super old Wegmans vegan chicken patties. Yeah, these are super old. They're years old. They say they will be best by May 29th of 2019. So clearly they need to go in the trash. So now I just need to clean this top row, and then I'll put some stuff back in. I recently got this dish soap from Target, and I love it so much. It's so much better than the one I had before. I think before I had Palmolive, and this one is like way soapier, if that makes sense. Like it just lathers and like fizzes a lot better than the other one. So definitely a fan of this, and it was like really cheap. In conjunction with that soap, I'm also going to use some of this Lysol cleaner just to make sure that the shelves are super clean and disinfected. Now for the second shelf, we have even more bread, and I just made this the other day and froze it. This is a loaf of banana bread. I sliced it and just threw it in the freezer. If anybody wants a slice, they can just take one out and microwave it, or put it in the toaster and butter it, and boom, you got some fresh banana bread. I also have some of this bread that I got from Aldi. Again, it was about to go bad, so I froze it just so it wouldn't go to waste, and I'll probably use this to make some French toast one of these days. That was my intention for it. Got some hemp seeds. I found these in here the other day, and I don't know what they are. They're still good, but I don't remember buying these, and I don't know exactly what they are, but I think they might be vegan because they look like it. Like I don't see any like real meat products come packaged like this. So I think that these are vegan, but the only way for me to find out would be to cook them. So probably will do that one day soon. This is some Gardein chicken tenders. These are some hash browns. There's very little left in the bag. It's just down to the bottom. These are the Impossible burgers that I made, like the homemade Impossible burgers. They're in one of my recent videos. I will link it below if you guys want to see that. This is just some leftover spinach that I froze. This is tomato paste because I opened a can of tomato paste, and I saw on Pinterest or something that you can just freeze it and wrap it in, like make little balls, wrap it in parchment paper or wax paper and freeze it so that you can have little single servings of tomato paste when you need it. So I got 2 of those. Also has some Gardein beefless burgers and some Gardein chipotle lime chicken tenders, and some Trader Joe's ciabatta rolls. We have bread for days. I'm not going to buy bread for like the next 2 or 3 weeks. Now that I know, like I'm actually going through it and I see everything that's in here, like it's crazy. So, and then this is not something I would normally buy. My grandmother gave me this, but I don't think that anybody's going to eat it. I'll ask my kids before tossing it. But first of all, let me check the expiration date. Okay, so it's still good until April. Oh, it is April. Okay, we got to eat it this month. If anybody's going to eat it. I don't know if anybody will. If not, I will have to throw this out. And that's it for that row. I'm just going to take the whole shelf out this time to clean it. Makes it a little bit easier. My little Impossible burgers, I'm gonna put them right here. I'm also gonna throw these into one of these cubbies as well. and these because they don't need to be on the shelf. Now moving on to the final section, which is this one right here. This is mainly just potato products and like extra veggies. So got some seasoned fries. These are my favorite kind of fries to buy, so I just tend to kind of like buy 1 or 2 bags almost every time I go grocery shopping. So I have quite a few at this point. What I'm gonna do is take some of them and put them up here just because there's so much extra space. So there's 1 bag. Got some potato tots. Even more seasoned fries. And 1 more bag of fries. Then I'm gonna go ahead and throw my hash browns back up there. And then we also got some, oh my gosh, more bread. We got some bagels. Oh my gosh, okay. Green beans. I got the really big bag from Wegmans. Got some peas. I got some more corn. And this is why it's important to go through your stuff before you shop, because you end up buying so much extra food that you don't really need. I got some English muffins. You do want to try to get these pretty dry before you put them back in the freezer, because obviously the water is going to freeze if you don't. And there we go. And just like that, we have a pretty well organized, clean freezer. That took me maybe, I would say like 15-20 minutes to do all of it. And that was even while filming, so not too bad. I wouldn't say this is organized. Everything in these little sections is like, there's only a little bit left. So if you want something like a single serving of something, you can go into these little things. That was kind of my thinking when it comes to these areas. But yeah, so now let's do the fridge. So I actually went through and cleaned out all the shelves in my fridge not that long ago. But this morning I did actually pull out 1 pot that I had in here. It had spaghetti in it. I transferred it into this container. If it doesn't get eaten today, I'm going to just pop this whole thing into the freezer. Just this is like a single serving meal that we can just throw into the microwave if somebody wants something quick to eat. I made this like iced coffee this morning, but I just blended the ice into it. Got some mayo. Like I said, guys, don't mind that chiming. That's just the fridge telling me to close it because it wants to maintain the temperature. I got some dill pickle spears, and I added some of the extra cucumber into this jar as well. And that's a really good way to preserve cucumber if you have some that you need to get rid of. So I got some relish right here. This is the little section for all the condiments that wouldn't fit into the door sections, but I'm going to show you guys what's there too. So I got some pepperoncini, which is like almost gone. I was thinking about putting some of the cucumbers in here and using this liquid to pickle it. I wonder if that would be good because I love pepperoncinis. They're so good. I got some better than bouillon chicken, no chicken base, some pickled jalapeno, some Thai red curry paste, which is really old. So, oh, yeah, probably should toss this. I have some applesauce, which I just need to check. Okay, it's moldy. So this is going in the trash. I don't know if you guys, yeah, there it is. That little white speck is mold. And like I said, I went grocery shopping yesterday, so I got a bunch of almond milk. I like to stock up at Wegmans because they have some of the best almond milk in my opinion. So I got, this one is almost gone. So I got 2 more of the vanilla almond milk. I was down to that vanilla one and this original. So this is, the vanilla one is sweetened, and this is the original one that is also sweetened. And then I buy the unsweetened for cooking. So this is the original unsweetened. So yesterday I got 1 of the original sweetened, 1 of the original unsweetened, and 2 of the vanilla sweetened almond milks. And then this is what was left over. So this is probably about 3/4 of the way full. So this needs to be in the front so that it'll get used first. So I'm going to just rearrange these. And then the last thing, oh, there's a whole ring back there from this maple syrup. It made a mess. But the last thing back there is maple syrup. So I'm going to pull all this stuff and just wipe this wipe this shelf off one more time. And also rinse the bottom of the maple syrup and just clean the bottle. So this is definitely a benefit of cleaning and just going through your fridge every couple weeks, because you can kind of get ahead of the messes so that you're not like spending hours to clean your fridge every few months. If you just do a little bit at a time, it makes it a lot easier to stay on top of it. Gonna move on to the second shelf. So admittedly, I've definitely been shopping and buying more stuff than I normally would have, I think, because of the uncertainty. I just wasn't really sure if there would be enough food left in the grocery store, especially in that beginning week. Like, there was just like, everybody was going crazy. So at this point, we have an abundance of food, and I'm going to slow down on my shopping. So yeah, this shelf is kind of like the stuff that needs to get eaten, that's already cooked and already like stuff that's already done. So this is some chili that I made on Sunday. Today's Tuesday. So we're going to be eating this over the next couple days. And I just saved my butter containers so that I can reuse them. These are definitely good for like soups and stuff like that, because they just hold so much. And I made my husband some lunch meat last night. Came out really good. So this is the lunch meat. This is like a turkey. I just sliced it this morning, and this is what it looks like. So we will all probably be eating sandwiches using this lunch meat or these deli slices, and those will stay good in the refrigerator for like 2 weeks. So that's the longest they've ever lasted, like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and they were perfectly fine for that amount of time in the fridge. There's also this cookie dough that I need to make. I made this on Sunday as well, and it was just not the best. I didn't use a recipe. I just kind of threw things together, and it didn't turn out like I wanted it to. They kept being like super cakey instead of like cookies, so I kept adding stuff to it and baking one cookie at a time. So still a bunch of this. And then the only other things on this shelf are some homemade ranch dressing that is clearly not good anymore. It's super runny, doesn't look good. And half of like a partially squeezed lemon that I'm going to toss out too. Now on this shelf is all the produce. So there is cantaloupe, romaine lettuce, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli. And then inside this drawer, that's where I keep the fruits that the kids can reach on their own, or like things that they can like grab and take with them. So we have mandarin oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and that's also where I keep the apples. And I just threw the avocado in there as well. And now that the apples are dry, I'm going to go ahead and pop them into that drawer with the rest of the fruit. Okay, y'all, so this next section is where I've been keeping all the bread just to keep it cold so that it won't go bad. I kind of accumulated a lot of bread over these past few weeks. Like every time I go to the store, I will get 2 or 3 loaves at a time. So I got some potato bread, I got some Hawaiian rolls, I have a few things of wheat bread and honey wheat bread. I have some bagels down there. Those are plain bagels. I got some hot dog rolls, some hamburger buns, and I think that's about it. It's just a bunch of different kinds. Oh, and it's some Italian bread. So that is all the bread that I have in the fridge. And then in this one, I have all of the cheeses and stuff going here, and also like tortillas and flatbreads and things like that. So I have some tortillas, pita, some corn tortillas. This cheese is really good, the Follow Your Heart pepper jack. And then last week I found this, and this is amazing for grilled cheeses. I never thought I would be able to eat a vegan grilled cheese, and this definitely makes it possible. It is so good. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this to anybody, vegan or not. And then here's my favorite vegan cream cheese. This is the Trader Joe's. I just decided to go ahead and get some plain cream cheese. And then we have some tempeh, and this is, I bought this a couple months ago. It says it's good until April 2020. I don't know if you guys can see that. April 5th, 2020. Today is the 6th, so I'm going to cook this today. and make some BLTs with it. And then we have even more flour tortillas, and these are super old. These are bacon bits. When are they? Okay, so they're good. They say they're good until September 6th. So I'll keep these in case anyone wants to eat them. And then we have some nori sheets. I don't think these go bad, so I'll hold on to these as well. The only thing left is this drawer, which is veggies. So I have a cabbage that I bought a few weeks ago. This definitely needs to get cooked this week. I bought cauliflower yesterday. These carrots are a week or two old. And I bought tomatoes yesterday. When I cleaned my fridge a couple weeks ago, I just lined it with some paper towels so that anything that got into the bottom of it would go onto the paper towels instead of into the drawer directly, so I wouldn't have to do a huge cleanup again. The next thing we have are these little door shelves. So on this row, first thing is sriracha, and my kids usually will eat this, and we all will eat this in our noodles, like if we make ramen, and they always leave it open, and they always put it back in here with the top open, and it always creates stains on this top part. Then we have some hot wing sauce. This is not hot at all. I don't know why they call it hot, but I get this from Lidl. I got some pickled ginger, some French dressing. I have some Go Veggie Parmesan cheese. This says that it expired January of 2019. I know you guys probably can't see that, but yeah, so I'm gonna toss that. Have some balsamic vinaigrette from Trader Joe's. Just looking at this, I don't think it's any good anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss it. The label is, you can't really see it, so I'm just gonna go on the assumption that it is expired. This is grapefruit seed extract. I went through a little hair product making phase, so this was for that. I'm sure this is expired. I've had this so long. Let's see. I don't see an expiration date on it, but literally I've had this for years. It definitely expired almost 2 years ago, so definitely gonna toss that. Have some pesto, which is not expired yet, so I'm gonna keep it. Might use it before it goes bad. I have some Vidalia onion salad dressing. My husband likes this. This is kind of similar to the sweet onion sauce that you can get at Subway, so he kind of makes his own at home. And we have some French dressing. Have some Caesar dressing. Got some minced garlic. We're down to the very last of it. Have some wasabi for sushi. Also the pickled ginger is for when we make sushi at home. Here's some spicy brown mustard. I bought this yesterday for sandwiches. And some Sriracha spicy mustard too. It pays to go through your condiments because this expired in 2016 and I had no clue. So yeah, gonna definitely toss that and just give this a quick wipe down. Now that I got that cleaned out and I have some extra space, I'm going to take some of those condiments from out of the first shelf in the fridge and put them in here. Okay, so that was one thing that actually fit. So moving on to shelf number 2. Have some coffee creamer. This is the cinnamon roll Cinnabon version. And we also have the Oreo one. This is some Dijon coarse ground mustard. I'm not really a fan of this now that I've actually bought it. And now that I've actually tried it, I don't really like it that much. I need to figure out what I can do with it.
I'm hungry, Mommy.
Okay, I'll make you some food. I got some strawberry jam, some biscuits. I already showed you guys the almond milk. Then we have some lime juice. I use this to make like cilantro lime rice or anything that calls for lime juice if I don't have any fresh limes. And then I have some of this silk vanilla creamer. You can see that the container is really bloated, and that's letting me know that it is no longer good. So I'm going to toss this. I'm kind of over it at this point, so I'm going to speed through this last little section, and then that will be it for this fridge tour. So we have some Thai chili sauce. This is basically just sweet chili sauce. Some Sriracha teriyaki, some orange ginger sauce, some Italian dressing, some sesame oil, Dijon mustard, some honey sesame dressing or dip or sauce, some barbecue sauce, apricot preserves, some dill pickles. These are hamburger slices that you can put on like sandwiches. Okay, give me a second. Some raspberry jam, some grape jam, and some pepper ranch dressing. So that completes this fridge and freezer tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you did, and this gave you some inspiration to go ahead and do your own cleaning and organization as far as your food and your refrigerator and freezer go, because it can make a big difference in how much money you're actually spending at the grocery store, as well as meal planning and just helping you to keep things a little bit more neat and clean right now. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys for clicking on the video and watching it. If you made it to the end, special thanks to you. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.